Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we're going to do a nice simple Reddit video. See, I was threatening last week that I'd do some Reddit videos. My favourite subreddit, Am I the Arsehole? We will look at that. I have already organised some ones that look kind of funny / infuriating. Am I the arsehole for embarrassing my influencer friend by intentionally letting her post a meme that made her look stupid? I feel kind of bad, but I have a friend who thinks of herself as a highly popular mum influencer. Ew, I bet she's one of those mum blogger types that post those memes about how no teenager who's had loads of sleep and is 17 gets to the back of the line because I've chosen to have kids and they keep you up all night by screaming. My choice to have kids overrules you getting to this coffee shop before me and you know what I'm talking about, right? You've seen that, yeah? She has a habit of taking other people's posts, memes, etc. and reposting them as her own. She even steals personal heartfelt words from other bloggers and Instagrammers about their struggles with body image, depression, and slightly changes them to repost as her own. She's grown a decent following from this and gets sponsored by brands for keeping it real. I swear all of them do this. All of them except me. Honestly, I'd admit part of me is lightly jealous, so I'll own that. But mostly I just think it's gross that she's lying and making up a whole personality that has people thinking she's something she's not. Anyway, there's this challenge going around on social media called the Hidden Cats Challenge. I have never heard of this. I'm not a boomer. And I thought it would be funny to send her a photo of Monica's apartment from Friends and say, bet you can't find the cat in this photo. I figured she'd recognise it and laugh, but within a few minutes she had it posted on all of her social media, telling people it was her latest Airbnb. Telling people it was her latest Airbnb. Huh? Oh, she fully lies on Instagram, okay. And making up an elaborate backstory about a random cat that had lived there and challenging people to find it. Well, at least she has imagination still. I messaged her asking why she would lie and she just said that she needed content and no one would ever know. So I just kept my mouth shut and sat back to see what would happen. Obviously people immediately began calling her out and she tried to defend herself, but it wasn't long before she took it down and had to turn off the comments on all her social accounts. She's now telling me I'm an asshole for letting her post it and I may have cost her sponsors and taking food out of her kid's mouth. That's not true. I mean, if she took it down, a sponsor isn't gonna care. Like, almost everyone makes some sort of dumb social media mishap every now and then. Some people more than others. That's emotional manipulation. Just to clarify, I had no idea she was gonna post it. Not your responsibility then. Why give a fuck? Honestly, why go? This person sounds annoying. Am I the arsehole for calling something a glitch in the Matrix? I, 19 female, am a nerd. My boyfriend, 21 male, is not. What? It's like every American sort of rom-com. She's a nerd. He's a jock. How are they ever going to make it together? My favourite series is probably the Matrix film trilogy. That's not nerdy. That's just cool. So the other day we were walking in the park and talking and then suddenly I saw something super cool. It was a flower that looked like it had kind of mutated into a cactus. It was pretty awesome and I wish I took a picture. I looked at my boyfriend and said, yo, it's probably just a glitch in the Matrix. He looked at me and went ahead to go to his place. He called me later and said that I'm so embarrassing to be around in public and that I should stop acting like a child. I didn't know I was embarrassing before and I seriously wish he'd told me. Am I the arsehole for being childish and embarrassing? I mean, right, it doesn't sound like anyone was around. And also, how is it childish and embarrassing to say, like, huh? What an idiot. Not the arsehole, what was he embarrassed about? The zero amount of people around you to hear it. How is this real? Why did he... Well, he just went home. She said that. He looked at me and went ahead to go... And then he called me later. So from that, I'm inferring... He just walked home. Because she said... Because no one was around to hear her say something glitch in the Matrix. Dump him. Am I the arsehole for refusing to teach my cousin how to play the piano and calling her parents cheap? First things first, I, female, 17, do not know how to play the piano. Never took a lesson in my life. My father was a musician, so I had plenty of musical instruments in my house. They were mostly taking dust after he died 10 years ago, so I started playing them. I have a good ear, I'm a quick learner, but I mostly focused on myself on the clarinet and the guitar. I did learn to play a few songs on the piano though. Not very complicated ones, but they are nice to hear and I'm quite good at playing them. But I learned through piano tutorials. I have no technique. I just learned what keys I had to press and tried to do it over and over again until I could. I guess though, if you happen to enter my house while I'm in the piano room playing, I can pass momentarily for someone who knows how to play piano. That's what happened with my aunt and uncle. They have 2 children and a buttload of money. They make 3 times what my family made when I was growing up. My cousin, female 9, wants to learn how to play the piano and has been asking multiple times for lessons. But my lovely aunt and uncle, who own a last generation gaming system, every possible gaming console the kids are not even allowed to play with, a 2-story villa, a house on the sea, apparently don't have the money to pay for expensive lessons. You can get lessons for like 20 quid. Obviously, for really, really good lessons, more advanced lessons, better teachers, you would have to pay a lot more, but it can be done. It can be done. You can get lessons for like 25 to 30 quid. However, yes, they came to visit and I was playing the piano when they arrived, so I didn't hear them. They barged in the piano room and started saying that they didn't know I could play the piano and that I was extremely selfish for not offering to teach my cousin, since I knew how much she wanted to learn and that they don't have the means to afford lessons. I politely explained that I do not in fact know how to play the piano. They called me a liar. I calmly explained that I'm no way qualified to give lessons since I'd need lessons myself. They attacked me, saying that I'd obviously already taken lessons, I was refusing only because they couldn't pay me. I explained how it is I can play some songs on the piano and assured them that if I knew how to play it, I'd be glad to teach my cousin for free. They insisted I should teach her at least a few of the songs I know how to play so she could see if she still liked it, and at this point I had enough, and here's why I might be the arsehole. I told them I didn't know how to play the piano, but if she wanted to learn that much, they could stop being some cheap assholes and pretending they don't have the money when they spend thousands on things they enjoy and never a cent for their children. They left and aren't talking to my whole family until I apologise. My family says I have to, but I don't want to. Am I the arsehole? Don't do it, don't bother. What entitled parents are the worst. Although I think it's a little harsh to call them cheap assholes, people on Reddit are either really over the top, like, nasty, or they're complete simps. Oh, it's a little bit too far to call them cheap assholes. Asshole isn't even a proper swear word. It's not too far at all. Am I the arsehole for ordering pizza to my boyfriend's parents' house when they threw me a birthday dinner party with no food I could eat? And I know what this is going to be about before I read it. I'm stuck in a different state than my family and friends right now due to the virus. So on my birthday, my boyfriend and his parents were going to throw me a small party, just me, my boyfriend, his little siblings and parents. A super low-key dinner. I'm vegetarian. I have been for 13 years. It's not anything new or anything people don't know. So when I went to their house and saw them cooking pasta with bacon pieces, cooking up veggies in the bacon grease pan, I realised there was nothing I could have except beer and I was hungry. I reminded them I don't eat meat and they were like, you can pick the bacon bits out. They're just sprinkled on top and give them to the boyfriend, he'll eat anything. And we made vegetables that you can eat too. Firstly, what a fantastic fucking dinner party. Imagine having like someone's made you dinner for your birthday. Here's a plate of broccoli. Happy birthday. Also, why are some people like this? I bet if they gave her birthday cake, it would have had bacon on top too. I didn't want to pick meat out of the pasta or eat vegetables that were cooked in bacon fat, so I said I wasn't sure. I didn't like meat flavour at all. I might have something else. You could pick out the bacon bits. But if someone had an allergy, it would be a different story. People, the average person, just has no respect for vegetarians or vegans. I said it. I'm very brave, I know. They said there was hardly any bacon grease in the pan. Well, they used it for bacon, they just didn't wash in between, but I wouldn't even taste it. Again, imagine if this person had an allergy, would that have been respected? Oh, it's just a little bit. Oh, I don't know actually. Some people get like that, don't they? Or they don't believe that people have an allergy, so they might try and like trick them or get them to eat the thing. People are arseholes basically. It's not you that's the arsehole. Everyone is just an arsehole. Then I ordered a pizza to their house, legend, and when it arrived, his parents were mad and upset that I had. I said that I mentioned that I wasn't into eating meat, so I might get my own food. My boyfriend and I left earlier, went out ice skating, so the day turned out fine. Am I the arsehole for ordering pizza? Like, absolutely 100% not. Some birthday dinner, oh, here's some vegetables, here's a few carrots. What? Also, imagine if you don't actually like the taste of meat. So when people are like, girl, I cooked it with meat, but just take the meat out. Well, it's still not good for people who don't like the taste of meat. That's still now the vegetables are just gonna taste rubbish. What a bunch of idiots. I mean, they've been a vegetarian for 13 years, so it could have made them ill, but even then, it's just a matter of respecting someone's boundaries. People have such a lack of respect for someone saying, well, I don't want to eat that, and then you insisting. It's a lack of respect. Unless it's like an adult to their kid, because their kid isn't eating their vegetables just because they don't want them or whatever. But usually, if vegetables are cooked well and not in bacon grease, they taste quite good. So, what am I talking about? Am I the arsehole for telling my boyfriend I won't stop drinking hot tea? Sorry, but this is an alt. I had to make one because my boyfriend and his friends are borderline harassing on all my social media. I don't want him to know about this. Okay, well that's red flag number 1. Anyway, I like tea. I have about 3 to 4 cups of hot tea today. Tea brings me so much happiness and peace. I won't go into details, but I just know it brings me back to a lot of happy memories from my childhood. My boyfriend, whom I will call Josh, didn't mind my tea drinking. Well, if he did, I know this is the subject of it and I'm jumping way ahead of the gun as usual, but it would be a fucking weird thing, wouldn't it? Like, even if I didn't like tea, if I was then to be like, look, I don't like tea, so you can't... I'm a vegan, people can still eat meat around me, do you know what I mean? Boundaries. Our first date was even at a tea house. He doesn't drink as much as me, but we'll have a cup in the morning, or if I offered to make him a cup. Recently, Josh went to the hospital complaining of a pain, and they found out he had a pretty sizable kidney stone. Thankfully, they said he would pass it on his own, gave him some meds and a list of things to eat or drink. You know, the do's and don'ts of what causes kidney stones. Well, I woke up to make my morning cup of tea and the kettle was gone. I looked everywhere and couldn't find it, so I asked Josh. He said he threw it out because tea is on his list of things that could cause kidney stones. He didn't want the temptation around anymore and even went so far as to blame me for the stone. I love my boyfriend, however we have totally different diets. I do my best to drink plenty of water, avoid fast food and always cook for myself. If I order out, I try to find a healthy choice on the menu. I'm working on losing some weight, so I do my best to stay on track. Josh pretty much pisses Red Bull, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper. He loves junk food. He'll opt for greasy fast food burgers over the grilled chicken I made for dinner. It's rare to see him drinking water. In fact, he has his own little mini fridge stocked with soda and Red Bull. That's so funny. Once I read in my mum's women's magazines that someone ate like 10 packs of crisps a day and then they got kidney stones and then they didn't die. I don't know why I was going to say that. I told him that it wasn't my problem that he had kidney stones and that me having a cup of tea wasn't going to ruin anything. He snapped and said that as his boyfriend, I should go through this with him because we're a couple. Yes, let's split the kidney stone in half and share it. I need to give up my tea so he'll get better. He even freaking said he asked his mum if she wanted the tea I had in the apartment so he wouldn't have to see it. Again, I said that a cup of tea didn't cause his stupid kidney stone, that him drinking up to 6 Dr. Peppers a day did, and I will not stop having a cup of tea just because of him. I'm not responsible for his health. There's a lot of exclamation marks. This person is angry. I don't blame them. After that, I took my tea, my stuff, and went back to my apartment. We don't live together, just stay over sometimes. Since then, Josh, his friends, and even his mum have been blowing me up on social media and my phone. They're calling me awful things, saying I'm selfish and I should be thinking of Josh in his time of need with his little kidney stone. Oh, poor Josh. Edit. So last night, I drank some wine, curled up in my bed and cried myself to sleep. I felt like my world was ending and it was all my fault. Kept thinking of how I can fix this and then realised I can't. Josh did blow things out of the water. I'm just too much of a damn softie. I texted him this morning telling him it's over and either to come get his things or I'm just going to leave them on the steps. I also updated and posted all my social media about what happened, that we are broken up now, and if the messages continue, I'll make steps to contact the police for harassment. All of this made me see that for our whole relationship, I've been Josh's freaking doormat. I'm not going to do that anymore. That's good, but sad, bittersweet, I suppose. Like, good for you. So sad though. Thank you. I really need someone to say wake up and smell the tea. Josh is single if anyone wants him. He likes soda, Red Bull, American Dad and not cooking. Thanks again. I'm flattered that everyone thought I was a girl. That gave me a bit of a laugh too and cheered me up. Oh, if I was saying she the whole time, I apologise. Just want everyone to know that I am okay. Thanks for those who recommended tea brands to me. I will be getting these on Amazon. Josh has till 9 tonight to get his crap from my apartment. Otherwise, it'll be going in the trash just like my kettle. He's messaged me a few times saying he's sorry, it was a mistake, it was a prank, he loves me. It's heck, not going to happen. Thanks again for the support and love and making me a pretty girl. Tell me I'm pretty. You are very pretty. Good for you. Dump him. Dump them all. Josh is a prick. Dump Josh and his overbearing mother. She accused me of harming her baby and said I needed to support because that is what you do when someone is sick. He's not sick. He has a kidney stone. Yeah, he's done that to himself. If he thinks tea is the problem, there's something going on deeper here, not the arsehole. I pointed that out. I pointed all of that out to him. I was there when the doctors asked him about his eating and drinking habits. Josh thinks that him having about 4 Dr. Peppers at work is fine because he'll sweat them out at work. Or he worked hard today so he wants something sweet. Jesus Christ. 4 Dr. Peppers is such overkill. What in the world did I just read? Several grown adults are actually dense enough to think that you caused your boyfriend to have kidney stone. Definitely not the arsehole here. If your boyfriend refuses to get over himself about this, then please dump him. Basically, they're all saying me making him a cup of tea from time to time was bad for his health. This is all my fault and I would understand if I had kidney stones. Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe he was eating 10 packs of crisps a day. Anyway, guess that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!